Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host Chris Davis, and today we're going to do a movie review. This movie review will be for Dune Part 2. So spoiler warning, if you have not seen this film, please click off this video, watch the film, then come back. If you don't care for spoilers, or if you've already seen the film, please continue to keep watching. With that being said, let's get into it. So Dune Part 2 review. So overall, I really like this movie. I enjoyed watching Dune Part 1. Thought I reviewed Dune Part 1 on this channel, but I looked for it and I guess I didn't. So, we're gonna go ahead and review Dune Part 2. But really good movie. I really enjoyed it. First, I liked about it Timothée Chalamet as Paul Atreides, Zendaya as Chani. First, when they were calling out her name, I thought they were saying Johnny, but it's Chani, C-H-A-N-I. Stellan Skarsgård as Baron Vladimir. A lot of good actors in here. Josh Brolin as Remy Halleck, and Austin Butler as Freya and Rockford. And of course, Rebecca Ferguson as Lady Jessica. So we have a really good star cast in this movie. Also, Christopher Walken's in there as the Emperor, but I'm gonna let you know right now, I didn't really like him playing as the Emperor. In this film, the Emperor should have been more intimidating. I think Stellan Skarsgård's character, Baron Vladimir, was more intimidating than the Emperor, even though the Emperor is in a higher position, more authority than Baron Vladimir. But overall, good cast. So this movie's picking up where Dune Part 1 left off, and in Dune Part 2, Paul Atreides with his mother, Lady Jessica, they are stranded on the freemen world, and they have to live amongst the freemen in order to survive. The freemen are reluctant to take them in because they're outsiders, and they don't trust them, but the character of one of the freemen, called, his name Stilgard, vouches for Paul Atreides because, one, he proved himself in ritual combat in the first film, but also Stilgard believes that Paul Atreides is part of the Freeman prophecy to liberate the Freeman people. Now, a lot of the Freeman people believe in the prophecy, but there's some that don't. There's some that believe that the prophecy has only been used to manipulate and control them and stop them from liberating themselves. So one character that really believes in this is Chani, played by Zendaya. She believes that freeman people need to liberate themselves and not wait for some messiah to come save them. That the freemen's, in order for the freemen to become free, they need to take it upon themselves, not sit here and wait for someone else to save them. Paul Atreides, he's going through a lot. He lost his family, the Atreides household in the first film. He's trying to prove himself amongst the freeman peoples to survive. And then as he's earning the freeman people's trust, passing their rituals, passing their initiations, practically helping them win, nearly helping them win all their battles. I mean, Paul Atreides, when he was working with the freeman people, and he's having them attack their enemies, the people who betrayed his family in the first film. Freeman people with Paul Atreides are decimating the Empire. When I look at the combat, it really reminds me of, Vietnam, the guerrilla warfare tactics, the hit and run, and the traps, and the camouflaging. That's kind of what it was. The Empire, they had all these resources, they had all this machinery, but however, they were still losing to the freeman people who didn't have anything, they had water, but it was very scarce. Their scarcity of water, it's just, the Empire had so much more, and there's no excuse for them losing to the freeman people. They should have demolished the freeman people. But with Paul Atreides' inside information about them, they were able to crush them. But I want to say even with Paul Atreides, the Empire should have pretty much crushed them because they had all these tanks, they had all these helicopters and stuff, but like they still lost to the Freeman people. The Freeman people didn't even have any vehicular equipment. Like they were just running on foot, hiding in the sand, and they were taking out all these soldiers. And there's no excuse for the Empire losing. I'm sorry, like there isn't. But yeah, that's how good Paul Atreides, good he led them, and so that really hyped up that prophecy that yeah, he's the guy that's gonna free the freeman people. But he's reluctant. Paul Atreides is reluctant to like take in this prophecy because he's part witch or whatever, and he sees visions of the future that if he goes along with this prophecy, there could be a war and it could be like high casualties. But the people that convince him is Stilgard, who believes in him, and Lady Jessica, his mother, who's convincing him that you need to go along with this prophecy, not just to free the freeman people, but to get your life that you lost in the first film. And when he runs into his old mentor, played by Josh Brolin, Gurney Halleck, he tells him the same thing. He says, look, I know you don't want the freeman people to get hurt. I know you just want to help them survive. And I know you're just okay with your life here, but you know what? Whether you choose to stay here like or not, a war is gonna come anyway. And so you can have casualties and just stay here and live amongst the freemen, or you can accept their prophecy, take them to war anyway. Well, liberate the freeman people, get your life back. Like, those are your options. Either way, war is coming. Now, you can either fight a war and have these casualties and just survive amongst the freemen, or you can use the freemen to help get your life back. What are you gonna do? And so he's like, practically after that, he goes ahead and he takes it, even though it put the rift between his relationship between him and Chani, who like doesn't like the prophecy at all because she sees it as a thing to control the freeman people rather than taking their lives in their own hands. So other cool parts of the film: Austin Butler's character Freya Rotha, again Stellan Skarsgård was really good. Freya Rotha was pretty bloodthirsty, and I think all the like Rotha like family with Baron Vladimir, they were all bloodthirsty because they kept holding knives, kept like cutting each other's like necks and stuff. Yeah, but the last fight scene with Freya Rotha and Paul Atreides, that was a good like knife fight scene. In fact, this show they use a lot of knives, like to kill people. It's like it's hardly like they have like guns in there and stuff, but it's mainly knives and swords that people fight with. So that's the main thing. But overall, really good movie. They left it open for a third film, and I really enjoyed this movie. I liked it a lot. Like I said, I didn't like Christopher Walken as the Emperor. I think he could have been like more intimidating. Not to be disrespectful or anything, but when I was looking at Christopher Walken like portray like the Emperor wasn't intimidating. He looked like he was like too old to be like the Emperor, and like I wasn't scared of him at all. Like at the end of the film, like the Emperor was telling Paul Atreides that, hey, I'm your Emperor, you will bow down to me. And I'm just like, dude, what are you talking about? I mean, the Freeman and Paul Atreides just like nuked like your whole area, and then they stormed like your base and like killed all your guards effortlessly, do you think you have any position to make any demands? So, Baron Vladimir to me was more the villain than like the Emperor. Like, Emperor looked like that he shouldn't be Emperor anymore. Like he should be retired. Like he's too old to be Emperor. He just wasn't intimidating enough for me. Anyway, overall, great film. Really enjoyed it, especially the fight scenes between the Freemen and like the Empire. I know I say Empire a lot, but don't get that confused with Star Wars. This isn't Star Wars. This is a different Empire. This is Dune. So overall, great film. All right, that's all we have for today. If you liked what I had to share, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with all your friends, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought of this film if you saw it. That being said, all of you have a great day. See you next time.